Hey, what's happening, everybody? Colin Crandall here, the MMA professor from MMA Power Hour. Still trying to get some stuff moved out of this room into a storage. Not officially moving, but clearing some stuff out. And so, excuse the messy background. Anyway, let's do a little weigh-in reaction. A video for the first time to the weigh-in face-offs for tomorrow's UFC. So I guess it's going to look a little bit lame here, me kind of profiling a little bit over here, but that's the only way I can do it, I guess. Anyway, okay, here we go.
Middleweight division, Andre Petroski is taking on Nick Maximov.
Okay, so Maximov is a little bit taller. Looks like maybe a couple inches taller. They both look pretty good. They both size up pretty good on the weigh-ins. Maximov always has that Diaz brothers intensity and toughness. Definitely walking in there, trying to assert himself in a weigh-in face-off as much as you can. But Petroski staying pretty strong and steady. Both looking in great shape. A little bit more of a bounce to the step of Maximov, but as per the Diaz camp, they're usually very intense and fired up, and he was. But both look very good there. I'm thinking Petroski does have a really good chance, although he's a 3-1 dog. Next up here is Tatsuro Taira and Carlos Candelario.
Candelario takes on Tatsuro Taira.
So Taira is the favorite, younger fighter, maybe an inch taller. They both look similar in size otherwise, although Candelario looks like he's got more heaviness and muscles in his core than Taira, but Taira looks like he has definitely bigger shoulders and popping more. So they both look pretty good. I think Candelario looks maybe a little bit sucked in, sucked out, whichever the term is, a little bit drained, but not terrible. All right, here we go.
Up next, a strawweight bout. Angela Hill takes on Virna Jandiroba.
Similar size. Angela Hill comes out with a big smile, her long, beautiful hair looking great. And Virna Jandiroba comes out with sunglasses on, which is not always the best sign, but she looks pretty focused. Virna's the thicker girl. Angela is more of the cut, definition, shredded body type, but this should be a good fight. Don't see much of an advantage here. Good intense stare down.
Up next, we're in the lightweight division. Alan Patrick.
Alan Patrick looks really drained, really sucked out. He looked like he was limping to get into the weigh-in face-offs with Michael Johnson.
Takes on Michael Johnson.
Wow. Yeah, he looks really sucked out. Yikes. Really, Alan Patrick looking really bad at the weigh-in face-off. So that would definitely, I had no play on that fight before. I still probably would make it a no play, but I'm leaning toward Michael Johnson, who looked fine in the weigh-ins. All right.
Our featured prelim is in the women's flyweight division. 9th-ranked Andrea Lee takes on 8th-ranked Viviane Araujo.
So Andrea Lee and Viviane Araujo, similar height. Araujo really intense on the stare down. Andrea Lee usually doing her relaxed kind of sexy thing with one fist up. They both look healthy. They both look fine. So I would keep my bet on Araujo, although it's going to be a hard-fought fight. Hard-fought fight sounds kind of odd, but a tough fight. All right, Jake Hadley and Elan Nascimento.
10-2 at 7 o'clock local time, 10 Eastern. It starts with a flyweight bout. Elan Nascimento takes on Jake Hadley.
So Nascimento about 2 inches taller. Both guys look good. I don't know why they have the kid, the Brit, Hadley, 2.5 to 1 favorite. I think Nascimento wins that fight, and I think he will. And weight doesn't change my mind whatsoever.
In the lightweight division, Manuel Torres takes on Frank Camacho.
Very respectful weigh-in face-off with Torres and Camacho. Camacho's such an upbeat, positive, cool dude from what I've heard that it's hard to have bad blood with him. The other guy's having his UFC debut, all smiles. They both look good. Torres looks like he's about an inch and a half taller. Really easy going. Both guys seemed like they didn't have too bad of a weight cut. And took pictures with Mick Maynard right after their weigh-ins together, smiling. All right.
Up next, we're in the women's flyweight division. Amanda Ribas takes on Caitlin Chookagian.
Okay, Amanda Ribas and Caitlin Chookagian. Chookagian getting a little bit in the face of Ribas. Chookagian is supposed to be 5 full inches taller than Ribas, but it does not look that way. And I thought that was not the case. I'm going to go back and see if I can see if there's any shoes on Ribas.
Up next, we're in the women's flyweight division.
So there is shoes on Ribas, but there is shoes on Chookagian.
Caitlin Chookagian.
And it's literally like a 2.5 inch height difference, maybe 3, not 5 for sure. Both girls look very fit. Definitely a tough weight cut for Chookagian. Intense. Ribas being very intense. And yeah,
up next we're at bantamweight, Louis Smolka.
So in that fight, I can't call that fight. I mean, I like both fighters. For whatever reason, Caitlin Chookagian is kind of a jinx for me betting wise. It seems like I've bet on her to win and to lose alternately, back and forth for her last half dozen or more fights, and I think I've lost every time. So I'm leaning Ribas on this one, although that probably means you should bet Chookagian. But they both look good in the weigh-ins. Just closer, much closer in height than most reference websites show. Here's Davy Grant and Louis Smolka.
Takes on Davy Grant. Cope.
Both guys look good, similar height. Smolka looks like he's been sweating like crazy. And Grant looks all fired up and happy. I hope Smolka can do something. He's with a great coach, Coach Colin Oyama, and the team over there. Although I think he's up against it here with Davy Grant. But you never know. The Last Samurai could possibly pull it out. Both look good in the weigh-ins. Now we got co-main Ion Cutelaba and Ryan Spann.
Co-main event is in the light heavyweight division. Ion Cutelaba takes on Ryan Spann.
So this one's supposed to be a 4-inch height difference, but it looks more like a 2-inch height difference. So once again, kind of odd here.
And in our main event also.
Tough fight. That's a tough fight. Cutelaba is a very tough, crazy guy. Spann is more of a controlled fighter a lot, but sometimes he does get wild. I am leaning Cutelaba in this fight, but I'll cheer for the American Ryan Spann. It's going to be a good fight. Spann could take this, but I'm leaning Cutelaba. They both look fine in the weigh-ins. And now for the main event to face off.
So at light heavyweight, Alexander Rakic takes on top-ranked challenger and former champion Jan Blachowicz.
So it's interesting. Rakic is about 2 inches taller, as he's supposed to be. Blachowicz kind of like drifted in, shaking people's hands all the way, and then he kind of decided to drift like right into Rakic, who had already weighed in and was facing him. And Rakic was kind of like, you're not gonna just exactly completely walk up and back me down. So he walked forward right as Blachowicz was kind of continuing, and they kind of met like that. Taller man here with nose to nose, and their noses literally touching and crushing each other for a few seconds there before they shook hands. See what else I can get from this. Intense stare down. You got the Serbian against the Poland and Serbia, although Rakic has spent a lot of time training out of Austria. Both tough guys. Smile at the end of the handshake.
Or less.
Definitely looking younger, leaner, more muscular, and more fit is Rakic. Jan has that power, though. It's going to be one of the more dangerous fights Rakic has had. But they both look good in the weigh-ins, and I have Alexander Rakic.
Blachowicz and Alexander Rakic in our main event. We'll see you tomorrow.
So I don't think anyone missed weight, although let's see if I can find out here. Right. Well, one fighter heavy. Let's find out who. Who's heavy? Candelario missed just by 0.5, coming in at 126.5. That's not tremendously relevant in my opinion. But he's been fined a percentage of his purse. Purse is probably barely a couple grand. But anyway, so that's my thought. That's my thoughts there. No heavyweight bout on this card, so everyone is at weight or under. Nothing really significant. No one significantly underweight. And yeah, this should be a good card. I think what is it? Another short card of 10 fights. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Excuse me, 11 fights. This won't be one of our longer cards. And especially if any of these fights or several of them don't go the distance, and this could be one of our shorter cards. Not sure exactly what time it's going to start, but I'd imagine something like 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, or possibly a bit earlier than that. And this is going to be, where is this card going to be? In Vegas, yeah. That's UFC Vegas 54. Yeah, so many different names. Fight Night 208, Vegas 54, and UFC on ESPN 36. So those are my thoughts. Also, apparently some really good Bellator fights tonight. I won't be a spoiler, but I didn't see them, but I read the results, and definitely some good fights. That's about it, though. Check out MMA Power Hour Tuesday nights. We got a good group set up for next Tuesday's show, and then I'll continue the breakdown with the Blood Diamond, Michael Cook. And we usually do that, I think, Thursday or Friday. We just did it yesterday on Facebook. We'll maybe alternate throwing in some Instagram, possibly even YouTube. That's about it. Look forward to talking to you guys soon. Peace.